What's up, everybody? Today I'm bringing you some Kowloon First Strike Map Pack gameplay, playing Headquarters, playing the game called the Black Ops. Now, one of the things I wanted to discuss today, which I've never really discussed at all in my other channel, or on my other channel, or at all ever, was my gaming history. And if you have ever, well, since you guys are about to find out now, I do have quite a background in gaming history, but some of it I don't remember due to the fact that I was so young, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, to start off, I'll tell you how long I've been playing, which has been a really long time to most people, because most people have started gaming or video gaming when Xbox came out in 2006, but I was actually doing it a couple years before it. That's when I started. Pretty young. In a way, you'd say that was bad because I'm so young, but, it's not like I'm gonna go out and get a gun and shoot people. But yeah, anyway, on to the years. I have been playing for 7 to 8 years now, which is a long time. It's been before the 360 has come out. I played Halo 1, Halo 2, Call of Duty games. I played Finest Hour for the PS2. I have a lot of experience with games, but some of it I don't even remember because, as I said before, when you're young, you tend not to remember some things, unless it was like a really major event or major. Now, it all started with the PS2 that I got, I would say, 70 years ago, and I started playing racing games. I had Unreal Tournament, surprisingly, Unreal Tournament. I had hold on, let me get it 1 second, I have a game. Okay guys, I'm back. Yep, it was Midnight Club, which is basically a racing game. You can have like the cops on your tail and you can be racing, or you can race with other people. It has like a variety of stuff. Then I moved on to I'll be going really in detail with this stuff. Then I moved on to Scooby-Doo, Nights of 1,000 Frights. I'm not gonna give you all my games I've played, but I have played not different, but a variety of game content between adventure games, action adventures, with first-person shooters, with racing. Then after that, I moved on to Star Wars Battlefront, which one day my dad happened to come in and rent for me, and that is what got me into the whole Star Wars thing. So it wasn't the movies, it wasn't really video game. It wasn't really something that you would expect, ironically, for me to get into Star Wars, but it was a video game, Star Wars Battlefront, and I have 2 copies of both games. I have Battlefront 1 and 2 for the PS2, Battlefront 1 and 2 for the not PS3, but for the Xbox, and I have Battlefront 1 for the PC. With it included in the best of PC. That PC, video game, yeah. So, yeah, I have played a variety of games. That's what got me into Star Wars. That's what got me to love, Battlefront, just playing it. And it was one of those games where I loved it so much to where I actually, to this day, I remember, little dolphin dive fail there. But yeah, to this day, I remember my very first mission that I played, or my first level or planet I played on. I remember one question I asked to my dad when I first got the game. I asked him, "What is this thing?" It turned out it was one of those droids that will, the little thing that looks like a garbage place, not garbage place, but a garbage disposal thing. That's called, I'm pretty sure it's called a gonk, G-O-N-K. It's like, it is tan, I believe. Oh, get a nice triple here. Wow, no, quad. That was nice there. Yeah, for you guys, you don't know, this is about like a month ago. I just haven't had time to post anything really. But yeah, as I was saying before, my first memory was, the first major thing I always will remember is Star Wars Battlefront, and that is just an amazing game. And the question I asked is, what was this thing? And one of the things was Gonk, and the other was a medical healing unit, you could say. It looked like it was skinny, more thin, It had brown, I mean not brown, but gray markings around it, and it would spin. It has kind of two arms where it heals you when you're in the proximity of the healer unit bot. And then once I did that, once I've been playing, really, I had a couple games. Once I've played for like a year or two, I asked my parents if I could get an Xbox, and they agreed to that. So now I started to get Halo 1 and 2. I got them 2 years, 2 years after Halo 2 came out. I got them both together, and that was when they also had the Halo 1 and 2 multiplayer edition for like $40 or whatever, where it was just multiplayer, no single player. But yeah, I got into Halo 1 and 2, and I really had a lot of fun, and honestly, Halo 2 was probably my favorite game I ever played, along with, Star Wars Battlefront and Republic Commando. That on top of that, yeah, I got Halo 1 and 2, which weren't my first games. I got Blackbird, Queen Amidala ship, you could say. Whenever I see that Blackbird, I mean, not trying to sidetrack at all, but whenever I get a Blackbird, it looks exactly like the Queen Amidala ship or Padme ship in the Phantom Menace. If you guys want to go back to that and look at that, you guys may, because it really does look like it. I kind of thought that they took it from Star Wars, but yeah, yeah, so as I was saying, I know I keep saying I'm a lot, I'm sorry guys, something I gotta work on, but yeah, not Battlefront, but Halo 1 and 2 weren't my first games I ever gotten. They were pretty close to like the first games. My first game I ever got was KOTOR for the Xbox, and I remember that because that was, that was important. That was my first Xbox game I ever got, and I could not play that game at all. I was not smart enough to play it. It was too hard for me. I could only get past where you exit the ship and go, where you exit the ship with Karth that's being, bombarded by the Empire ships. And then when you go on, I believe, Terrace, you go on Terrace, and I could not get to the underground city part. And for you guys who do know KOTOR, you guys know what I'm saying. I could not get far in that game at all when I was young due to, me not being able to understand the game, unfortunately. But yeah, I never really played that game only because of that reason. But now since I get it and I can play it more and I went back to it, I understand it, and it's a lot easier. But, for me, 7 years or 6 years ago, for me to be trying to actually figure that out, that would be pretty hard for me. So, one other thing too that I've gotten is, America's Army Rise of a Soldier, or True Soldier, it was Rise of a Soldier. That was an excellent game, and I personally find that the Xbox games, single player wise, is a lot better. I mean, overall game, not single player wise, but overall as a game, the games were a lot better back then. Now all the game companies focus on are multiplayer, unfortunately, which I find, instead of story, I think the story is very important for a game, even though majority of people, not majority, but the main gaming community people look for multiplayer, like, the main people like Hutch, CNAN. Well, I don't know about them, but I know NASA 1. If you guys don't know them, then you guys, just search in NASA 1 or type in NASA 1 and you'll find it. But yeah, the main people focus on multiplayer, so you can assume that maybe other people actually focus on multiplayer only too, which is unfortunate because the games were a lot better then, a lot better overall. And here I tried to go in the window and I couldn't, unfortunately. But, you see, I got 30 kills already, which is a lot. 30 and 6, which is, amazing. So this game is actually turning out really good. If you guys want to know the end to it, I go 41-14, which is pretty amazing for me, especially on a first strike map pack. Now, if I did not say this before, Halo 2 was my favorite game. Yeah, I said that before, but the reason I say that as opposed to Halo 3, and a lot of people agree with me, I'm sure, epic fail there, but yeah, the reason I would say that is because Halo 2 was a lot more fun. Well, I use the word funner, even though it's not a word. It was a lot more funner because of the fact that zombies was a lot more balanced. It was just more competitive, and well, I don't want to say more competitive, but it was overall a better game. I prefer the story line, but I'll get into that when I get into my comparison video between all the different Halo games. Now, another Call of Duty game, or yeah, one of my favorite Call of Duty games out of all the Call of Duties that had ever been made was Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. And for you guys who don't know what that is, it's an Xbox game only. It's not. It was the game that came out right before Call of Duty 2. So any of you guys who don't know like anything really too much about the Xbox, yeah, Call of Duty 2 was a Big Red 1. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 was an amazing game. I would say, well, for me, it was one of my favorites only because I played it as a child. And, you know, for me to say that these Xbox games or PS2 games or, you know, Call of Duty or previous Halo games or whatever it is, these, you know, big titles, for me to say that their previous games were better is understandable, I would say. I mean, it's like if you're an adult watching this video and you would say, you know, it's like an adult who played Pac-Man as a child. They would say that would, I mean, you know, games now have good graphics and everything, and you can say they're good, but it still won't be as good as the original game Pac-Man. Say, you know, for an adult, because you know, because of the fact that they played it when they were a child, and that is how I look on Halo 2 and Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, which were amazing games in my opinion. Which I think I should go over that. And look at this Dumbo right here. God, how can 3 guys miss 1 guy? I don't understand that. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I would say the old games are a lot better than the games now, just because I played the games back then. I prefer them just from having experience. Even though I'll be honest with you guys, my only favorite game for the Xbox is Gears of War 2. That's it. And you guys might be saying Gears of War 2, or why not Gears of War 1? Well, that's mainly because of the fact that and for you guys who say I don't have any experience of Gears of War 1, I do. I have over 1,000 gamer score in that game. It's just the problem is I don't enjoy it because I kind of don't remember it. Although I had played the whole game and beat it on Insane, it's just that I haven't kind of remembered it. And for me to go back and play it now, because you know only the hardcore people play it now, who really enjoy it a lot. You know, for me to say it's a good game, I can't really say that. But so I mean, I don't really like it because of that reason, because due to the fact that I didn't kind of, you know, have any memory on it, and for me to go back on that now and say I was good at it and actually enjoy it, I mean, I can't back that up, because when I play it now, it's so hard for me to play it. You know, like, here's a little zip line action. I wanted to get this in here because, you know, it's an environmental object you can interact with, so I thought that was cool. I always do like interacting with the environment, planting a C4 by your hand after you seeing you plant it. I always did like interaction besides holding a button, and there you go, bam, it magically teleports to the object that is highlighted or flashing in yellow. But yeah, as I was saying, Gears of War 1, it's just not a game for me. I prefer Gears of War 2 a lot more. But yeah, if any of you guys are curious, if you guys want more detailed, you could say, detailed gaming history, background, I'll basically be repeating everything on LGU, which is what I'll be talking about, because it's my introductory video. I have to talk about, you know, myself and my background with gaming. Also, any of you guys want to know, this is a little fun fact. I have been to a MLG event probably around 2007, I guess you could say, or 2006, when I first got Halo 2. And it was funny, I gotta say one thing too. They had all these like competitive players playing it at the event in New York. Yeah, for guys who don't know, there's a MLG, you could say MLG event in New York City. But yeah, I went there and I wanted to go to Halo 2, but there was this guy guarding, like, they had this game for like non-competitive players, like 6 little TVs or 6 TVs with 6 people. I wanted to go in there and play because I can't play on the actual not big TVs, but TV sets, you could say. Well, they had like teams playing. I'm not sure if it was teams really. It was just people playing who were competitive. But I wanted to go in the room or the section that wasn't so competitive, where they had only like a few things, and the guy said no to me because of the fact that I was too young. And that I took that rudely, because it's like, you know, I liked the game a lot and I enjoyed it, but it was just something funny I wanted to share with you guys. I don't exactly completely remember. I can't go back in time, unfortunately, but yeah, it was something pretty something that I thought was, I took in a rude way. But overall, if you guys want to know consoles I had in total, if you don't know by now, it's the PS2, Xbox 360, and Xbox. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and this game is pretty much all wrapped up. I go 41 and 14 with 2 captures. Bye.